On today's video, we're going to go over all the reasons why so many people are flocking to Holly Springs, North Carolina. So first, let's give a little background. What's going on in Holly Springs right now? Well, I can tell you first off, the population of Holly Springs has absolutely exploded. About 20 years ago, only about 15,000 people lived in Holly Springs. Today, that number has ballooned to approaching rapidly 50,000 people living in Holly Springs. It's the 7th largest city in the Raleigh Triangle region, and so many people are flocking there. So why are they going to Holly Springs? Well, first off, it's the quality of life. Seemingly everything is new in Holly Springs. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of new stuff going on, and for a lot of people, new is attractive. And beyond that, Holly Springs is considered a really safe place to live. Back in 2023, Money Geek named Holly Springs, North Carolina, the #2 safest place to live in all of North Carolina. This is based on all the crime statistics and all of the data that they pulled at the time. Bottom line, this is something that a lot of people notice, and it is causing a lot of people to move to the Holly Springs area. Another really great thing about Holly Springs, it's easy access to just about anywhere in the Raleigh Triangle area and points beyond. For example, you're only about 30 minutes drive time to Research Triangle Park from most of Holly Springs, and about 24 minutes to the RDU International Airport. Beyond that, Holly Springs is fairly centrally located in the Raleigh Triangle area, so you can be in just about any part of the area, the region, really quickly. And of course, because of North Carolina's location on the East Coast, sort of midway point between the New York area and the Florida area, you can be from Holly Springs to any of those cities drive-wise really relatively quickly. And that is a huge appeal to a lot of people, and another reason why Holly Springs is growing so rapidly. Another great reason people are moving to Holly Springs, well, the utilities, grocery costs, and healthcare are all in line or even a little lower than the state average. And of course, Holly Springs is benefiting from all the growth we're seeing in our area in such fields as technology, healthcare, education, and many others. People are moving to our area for these job opportunities, and so many of them are settling in Holly Springs. Next up, let's go over the type of housing you can expect should you decide to move to Holly Springs. 82% of the homes currently for sale in Holly Springs are resale homes. That means 18% of the homes for sale are new construction. And overall, home-wise, 12% of the homes that we're seeing for sale or recently sold have been townhomes, and 84% have been single family homes. Median home price currently for a single family home in Holly Springs is coming in at $630,000, where the median price for a townhome is coming in at $373,000. So okay, let's assume you've recently moved to Holly Springs or thinking about it. What things are there to do there? Well, first up, there's the Holly Springs Cultural Center. This facility has a theater for performances, meeting rooms for workshops, and art galleries for exhibitions. The center also hosts community events, concerts, plays, and art-related events for people of all ages. Also, there's the Holly Springs Farmers Market. You can shop for fresh-grown local produce, arts and crafts, and overall homemade goods. Next thing to do in Holly Springs, the Holly Springs Skate Park. There are various ramps and rails and obstacles, making it a really fun spot for people of all ages and all skill levels who are interested in breaking their necks. Also in Holly Springs, there's the Play Nation Playground. This is a really cool, large playground area with slides, swings, and various climbing structures. And last but not least on our list of fun things to do in Holly Springs, the Holly Springs Escape Room. Next up, let's turn to our friends at niche.com to give you some grade scores as to what Holly Springs is like. So overall, Holly Springs gets a score of A+. Public schools in Holly Springs gets an A. Housing gets an A-. Jobs gets an A. Cost of living, a B-. Outdoor activities gets a B+. And health and fitness gets an A-. Next up, let's talk about the restaurants in Holly Springs, starting with the Pimento Tea Room. This is in a historic house in downtown Holly Springs. Super cute location, obviously beyond the teas. They also have a full bar serving craft beverages and some Southern inspired dishes. This is a very well-known place, very famous. If you drive anywhere into downtown Holly Springs, you're going to see it. Definitely a place we recommend you go check out. And beyond the Pimento Tea Room, there's Osha Thai Kitchen and Sushi. Obviously, they serve some delicious Thai dishes along with Japanese dishes. Very, very authentic restaurant, has a phenomenal looking menu, and one of the top restaurants in Holly Springs. The next popular restaurant we need to tell you about, and really well known, is the Blind Pelican. This is a seafood restaurant. They serve North Carolina style seafood, both fried and broiled, as well as lobster rolls and steaks, burgers, that sort of thing. Very, very well known, very popular restaurant, and one we definitely recommend. There's also Bellini Italian with really phenomenal Italian dishes. Also, there's Bombshell Brewing. This is a brewery owned by 3 women, hence the name Bombshell. They have a tap room and brewing facilities right on site in Holly Springs. USA Today named Bombshell Brewing one of the top 10 best women-led breweries in the entire world. So that is their claim to fame. Apparently really, really good beer. Definitely a place we recommend you go check out if you're into the beer scene. And they have food trucks quite often at this place, so you can not only get beer, have a good time with friends, but also food truck. And last but not least on our list here, Thanks a Latte is a coffee shop locally owned in Holly Springs. They also now have a second location in Angier, North Carolina. Really great coffee menu, great location, definitely appears to be a place that a lot of people come and hang out. Definitely a place we recommend to get your caffeine fix in Holly Springs. So now that your stomach is full, you need to go do some shopping. So what are some shopping places in Holly Springs? First up, there's the Holly Springs Town Center. This is the largest shopping center in the Holly Springs area. There's a TJ Maxx, an Ulta, a Super Target, Five Guys Burgers are here, Home Depot is here, Petco, Marshalls, and of course there's a Starbucks in the facility. Also in Holly Springs, there's the shops at Holly Springs, where you can find a Walmart Supercenter, Michelangelo's Pizza, and Chaska Indian Restaurant, among many, many other things in this shopping center. As well in Holly Springs, you can find an Aldi, a Harris Teeter, and in nearby Cary, of course, you've got Trader Joe's, the Fresh Market, and many, many other grocery stores. And last but not least on this list, we've got to let you know, very, very close by, only about 17 minutes away in Apex, is the area Costco. So bottom line on this, there's plenty of shopping opportunities in Holly Springs with more to come. Next up, we need to tell you how many Starbuckses there are in Holly Springs. Holly Springs has 3 Starbuckses, one in Holly Springs Town Center, one in the Target in Holly Springs Town Center, for a total of 2 in that complex, and one at the shops at Holly Springs. So now let's talk about all the parks and recreation opportunities in Holly Springs. Starting with Sug Farm Park. This is a 117-acre park. It includes a dog park and archery fields, and it connects with the Bass Lake and Greenway trails. The next park to tell you about is the Bass Lake Park. So Bass Lake is obviously a body of water. There is a pathway that goes around it. This is a very, very popular park in the Holly Springs area, and definitely a lot to do in that area. Definitely recommend you check out Bass Lake Park. As well, there's Ting Park. This is a sports facility in Holly Springs. They have baseball, softball fields, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a kids playground. This is a really cool facility. Definitely recommend you check out Ting Park. And lastly, we need to tell you about the White Oak Greenway Trail. This is a scenic greenway trail that runs through all of the neighboring cities around Holly Springs and through Holly Springs. It's a great opportunity to go walking, running, hiking, or biking, and because of its distance, you can go a pretty long ways. Next up, let's talk about the hidden gems in Holly Springs. These are those things in Holly Springs that you really wouldn't know about if you weren't a local or in the know, but are some great things to go check out should you be deciding to move to Holly Springs or not. First up, there's the Holly Springs Cultural Center. This place has a 184-seat theater. It hosts a variety of cultural events, including art exhibitions and overall performances. And although it's not as well known as some of the other facilities in our area, it's still really, really great. It hosts a lot of local artists. Really, really cool place to go check out and get a little bit of culture. Another hidden gem to talk about, and we've talked about it a little bit earlier in this video, is the Holly Springs Farmers Market. Again, fresh produce, baked goods, arts and crafts, all kinds of really, really cool stuff. You don't have to go all the way into Raleigh to the North Carolina Farmers Market to get fresh produce. You can just go down to downtown Holly Springs and get all the fresh produce you might ever want. The next really cool hidden gem is to go catch a Holly Springs Salamanders game at Ting Park. So the Salamanders are a collegiate summer baseball team that competes in the Coastal Plain League. This is a great summer activity for anybody that lives in Holly Springs or anybody that lives close by. Really, really popular. Again, they're in Ting Park, and as we said earlier, it's a great facility they have there. Definitely something we recommend you go check out. Next up, let's talk about the parts of Holly Springs and the areas you can choose to live in, starting with the northern side of Holly Springs. This side of Holly Springs has seen significant residential expansion over the last few years, with lots of new neighborhoods and lots of new developments. Most of these are master planned communities with walking trails, lots of heavy amenities such as pools and that sort of thing, which has made north side of Holly Springs very, very popular. One of the huge advantages of the northern side of Holly Springs is you're just south of Cary and just south of Apex, which gives you incredibly easy access from anywhere in northern side of Holly Springs to really anywhere in Raleigh or anywhere else in the Triangle. This is a great area for those people that want to live a more quiet lifestyle, but yet still be very, very close to a lot of job opportunities, restaurants, the airport, Research Triangle Park, and pretty much anything else in the Raleigh area. This area is near a lot of really great parks and green spaces, especially of note, the Bass Lake Park we talked about earlier. And although this section of Holly Springs has primarily residential, it's starting to see a good bit of commercial growth as well. There are some new shopping centers and new restaurants, etc., that are popping up to serve the needs of the people that live in the northern part of Holly Springs. Next up, let's talk about the western side of Holly Springs. So West Holly Springs is an area that has seen a lot of growth as well, but has definitely got more established neighborhoods and a few new construction neighborhoods as well. This area has been traditionally very rural, but it is starting to get built out due to the demand of people moving into Holly Springs. So you're starting to see some new construction neighborhoods, as I said, but mostly what you've got is more of a rural feel out that way. So you're gonna find some larger homes on larger lots in West Holly Springs, lots of wooded lots, lots of space between you and your neighbors. But again, to get a home that's gonna be on a larger lot, you're looking at most likely a resale home. As far as parks and recreations go in this area, you're very, very close to Fuquay Varina, so you can take advantage of the Fuquay Varina Community Park, as well as the nearby Womble Park. These are two extremely popular parks that offer playgrounds, picnic areas, walking trails, and ball fields. Next up, we have the southern side of Holly Springs, and South Holly Springs has seen explosive growth, lots of new construction going on out in this area. Communities here typically offer single family homes, townhomes, and there are new apartment complexes springing up in the southern side of Holly Springs. And because of this variety of housing, you're going to get a variety of people living here, everything from young people right out of college to young families, older adults, just about anybody you can imagine, you're going to be able to find living in the southern side of Holly Springs. And this area is extremely popular with people that want to be in a quieter area, but also still very, very close to all the amenities of the Triangle and the amenities of Holly Springs. One of the great things about the southern side of Holly Springs is you're really close to Fuquay Varina. So you have all of the parks and restaurants and really, really cool stuff going on in Fuquay Varina, Vicious Fishes, Stick Boy Sticky Buns, all those great things that we rave about on this channel. In Fuquay Varina, you can easily get to from the south side of Holly Springs. And Sug Farm Park that we talked about earlier in this video is in the southern part of Holly Springs, easily accessible by most of the people that live down that way. This park has trails, picnic areas, and really, really amazing scenic views along with a historic farm site. Additionally, Jordan Lake Recreation Center is really, really close by with opportunities for boating, camping, fishing, and hiking. Next up, we have the eastern side of Holly Springs, and the eastern side of Holly Springs has seen significant growth over the past few years. Numerous planned communities have sprouted up in eastern Holly Springs with apartments, townhomes, and single-family homes. And of course, because there's been so much new construction going on in this area, most of the communities are going to have the modern amenities that so many people want, like walking trails, clubhouses, pools, and that sort of thing. Popular communities in this part of Holly Springs include Sunset Ridge, the Grove at Sunset Ridge, and Holly Springs Farm. One of the great benefits of living in the eastern side of Holly Springs is you're super close to Cary and super close to Raleigh, with all of the restaurant, shopping, things to do in those cities, as well as the stuff that you can find to do in Holly Springs. The eastern side of Holly Springs is ideal for people that need to commute to work but also want to have a suburban lifestyle that you're going to find in Holly Springs. You are super close to US 1 and Highway 55 in eastern Holly Springs, making it super easy to get to just about anywhere in the triangle and really anywhere in the region. Next up, let's give you some details on some of the more popular neighborhoods in Holly Springs. And these include, first up, neighborhoods that have already been completed and you're buying therefore a resale home. One of the top neighborhoods to tell you about that we mentioned a few minutes ago is Sunset Ridge. Homes in Sunset Ridge range from about 600,000 up to about 1.2 million, with anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 square feet of living space per each home. These are upscale homes with luxurious finishes and spacious lots. The larger homes near the golf course can go for around $1 million up in this neighborhood. Next neighborhood to tell you about is the Preserve at Holly Springs. Homes in this neighborhood range from around 700,000 up to about 1,500,000. Square footages, 3,500 all the way up to about 6,000 square feet. This is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Holly Springs. It's a gated community offering large homes on very nice large lots. Next neighborhood to tell you about is Wood Creek in Holly Springs. Prices in Wood Creek range from about $450,000 up to about $750,000, and homes are about 2,500 square feet up to about 4,500 square feet. This is a newer master plan community with a varying large number of floor plans and obviously price ranges. And although there are some homes that are priced around that $500,000 range, the majority of the homes in this neighborhood are $600,000 and above. Next up, we need to tell you about Carolina Springs. Prices in Carolina Springs are between $300,000 and $500,000, and square footages of the homes are between 1,800 square feet to about 3,000 square feet. Next up, let's talk about some of the new construction communities in Holly Springs where you still are able to buy a new construction home. We're going to start with Bridgeberry. These are single family homes currently with prices ranging between $750,000 and $785,000. Overall, they have 6 buildable plans in this neighborhood with prices starting around $600,000. So Bridgeberry is a really amazing neighborhood. We've just helped a client go through the process of building their dream home, and they've just closed and moved in to Bridgeberry. They absolutely love this neighborhood. Definitely one we would recommend. Next up, we have Regency at Holly Springs. This is a 55 plus community. They have 5 buildable plans in this neighborhood ranging from about $635,000 up to about $800,000. And we have a client that's currently building in Regency, should be done with their home in the spring. They're very excited about the process. So if you're looking for a 55 plus community, this could be a great option for you. Let us know and we're happy to get you some further details. Next up, we have Addison West. This is a newer neighborhood that is just now coming online. Prices are going to be around the $800,000 mark. Next up, we have Holly Point. This is a smaller, quieter neighborhood with some resale homes in there, some pre-existing homes that have been built a while back, and they also have some new construction homes. Currently, there are 2 new construction homes available in this neighborhood. One is $922,000, the other is $950,000. And these are just a few of the new construction neighborhoods in Holly Springs. Give us a call or text at the number below. We'll be happy to get you some more information and be happy to help you out. So what are the pros of moving to Holly Springs? Well, the first one we've already touched on a lot in this video, and that is location, location, location. You are centrally located to most of the Triangle Raleigh area, centrally located to the vast majority of the eastern seaboard, and really quick drive times, like 21 minutes to downtown Cary, 30 minutes to the RDU International Airport, 24 minutes to Research Triangle Park, and 30 minutes to either downtown Durham or downtown Raleigh. Another great pro of moving to Holly Springs: affordability. Utilities are 3% lower, and groceries are 10% lower than the national average. Another great positive of Holly Springs: it still maintains that small town community feel that so many people are looking for. There's certainly lots of job opportunities both in Holly Springs and very much nearby, like in the Research Triangle Park area. This is another great reason to move to Holly Springs. There's a vibrant social scene going on in Holly Springs. We've talked about already a lot of the different things you can do, like the farmers market, but there's festivals that go on all throughout the year, such as for Halloween and Christmas, springtime, all of that. Great opportunity to get out, meet neighbors, and have that great social structure that a lot of people are looking for. There's definitely some great shopping opportunities. That's certainly a pro in Holly Springs, but even more so, there's some new shopping complexes that are coming online. There's the shops at Collins Park, the very large Carolina Springs Town Center, and a Wegmans grocery store is coming, as well as a Lowe's hardware store coming to Holly Springs in the very near future. And so after talking about the pros, we've got to talk about the cons. So one of the big cons of moving to Holly Springs, you're going to be moving to a construction zone. There's lots of growth going on. We've told you about all the new neighborhoods that are coming and sprouting up. That means you're going to have to deal with all of the growth that's associated with new roads, new construction of neighborhoods, all of that. There's also limited public transportation in Holly Springs. By and large, you're going to need a car to get around just about anywhere in Holly Springs or anywhere in the region for that matter. Another big con of Holly Springs: it lacks large cultural attractions. By and large, there's not a whole lot of cultural things going on other than the art center we told you about. So that's going to require you to drive into Raleigh, drive into Durham to get your cultural fix. Also, a big con of Holly Springs: if you're into nightlife, you're not going to find it living in Holly Springs. Again, very much a small town, rural feel about it, by and large, in most parts of Holly Springs. So know that nightlife is going to be something you're not going to find in Holly Springs. You're going to definitely have to go into Raleigh, definitely going to have to go into Durham if you want cocktail bars and that sort of thing. So if Holly Springs sounds like a town that you would be interested in moving in, or really if you are looking to move to anywhere in the Triangle, contact us at the information below. We'll be happy to help you out. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.